really did good with that one. I like that one a lot better than the other one.
I agree. I don't hate the other one though.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I don't want to alarm anyone, but there's a red wasp hovering.
Yeah, they've all been around. As you can see,
we on the porch.
Yeah, we got porch vibes, but it doesn't look like Hunter's porch.
God, that wasp is worrying me.
It doesn't look like
I need to
Coleman's porch.
Sure doesn't.
So whose porch could it be? Sorry, Corona.
Too soon.
That's too soon.
We're chilling on Mash's porch right now. So we got porch vibes once again.
Absolute vibes.
Yeah, we got the trees whistling, the whippoorwills.
Whistling?
The wind's blowing, breathing through the trees. There's the lyric or something
rustling
like that.
Through the pines.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any pines out here, though.
We got rustling oaks.
Yeah.
Softwoods.
Maybe some sweet gums.
Vibes. All right, you know what that translates into? V-I-B-Z. Vibes.
Vibs.
No E. Just Vibs. Straight up Vibs.
Vibs.
We should make a shirt that says Vibs. Absolute Vibs. Did you adjust in there, sir?
Just some levels, you know.
Yeah,
levels.
I hear that.
So,
I heard that.
It's Corona. We're in the midst of it.
Midst of the pandemic.
We haven't really decided when these episodes are going to release, but I'm pretty sure Corona will still be on the loose at the time they're released.
Probably.
So
I don't think it's ever going to go back to like just normal.
Yeah.
What do you mean though?
I think that we'll have a new normal is what I'm saying. I think that it's going to be a while before we can just go to a like big gathering, like a football game or something.
Everybody's going to kind of be on their toes.
Yeah, I agree. Like we were having a conversation, like we had a Zoom staff meeting because that's the new normal.
Yeah,
like it is kind of starting to become normal, which is weird. Like homework is starting to feel normal, which is strange.
Hi, I'm normal.
We have staff meetings over Zoom. That's so weird, yet it's normal now.
Is it a tradition in y'all's staff meetings to change your virtual background as many times as possible?
You know, I wish it was.
It is in ours. It's great.
I wish it was. It's not. We're not quite there yet. But what I'm saying is, I think there will be a new normal as far as like we were talking about camp. Like, what are we doing for summer camp? Well, we don't know because we were going to the beach, and we don't even know if Florida's going to let us in. I mean, probably that'll be lifted by then. But again, you know what can we expect as far as like, okay, right now is when everybody should be registering, but we're not gathering, so you can't register. Sure, we could do something online, but nobody knows the end of this thing. So nobody's going to sign up for a camp when you don't even know if you're going to be able to leave your house. Hopefully.
You as a church are thinking more optimistically than the average parent of a student would. So they're not probably going to register until...
Sure. Absolutely. And well, that's what we talked about is like, we hope to be able to meet in June, you know? We hope to be able to have church normally in June. We don't know. If we can't have church in June and camps in July, how are you going to have camp? So we're just having to, you know.
Something even more crazy. So at the time that we're recording this
Sunday
is Easter.
Yep.
And we will not be in a church building for Easter.
Yep. It's very weird.
It's very strange.
Very weird. And I recorded, at First Bossier, we recorded our Easter service like 3 weeks ago, which is so strange. Yeah. Like it feels like Easter happened and now everybody else is going to like experience it. It's just weird. Yeah. It's just a weird
That's
time.
Pretty much how I am. I'm editing the Easter service right now.
Yeah.
And I have a deadline to meet to get it to the TV station by Thursday.
Yeah.
So that's great. And now, this is what I was telling, I think I told you all this. Like in one sense, or on one side of the coin, this has been like my wheelhouse because I get to do a lot of the back end editing and people are like, "Oh my gosh, it sounds so great!" And I've gotten very good at using. I was telling y'all this, all forms of auto tune.
Oh yeah,
Not
No
all.
doubt.
I don't have Melodyne, but I've come to a consensus that flex pitch is my most favorable. I just didn't know it existed until Coleman told me. So, but
it takes some doing, but I do enjoy it as well. It definitely took my live stuff, which by the way, I'm going to plug myself right now. My live project is out. Whenever this airs, it's going to be out.
It's out.
And so go search Coleman Colvin on all forms of music and just listen to it or download it if you're super gracious. Both of these lovely young lads had a part in it. And I believe if we're going to be a community here on Lit P, we should support each other's stuff.
Yeah.
So just go and listen to it. And we had a conversation before we started this podcast about how people are more prone to like and share. Like the other day I posted that me and Molly are having a second baby. Guess Facebook went wild.
Oh yeah.
As always.
Hundreds
like
of
engagement
comments,
posts.
hundreds of likes. I post that I'm doing a live worship project. Literally Hunter and Mash and my mom shared. Like, what is that? That's so embarrassing. Go share it. Help people out. This is Corona. We're in the midst of it. Help each other out.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
You have more time than ever right now
to go and listen to songs.
listen to music.
Literally more time than ever. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Just help each other out.
Now, Coleman, here's the optimistic point of view: is that they were so excited about it that they just clicked off the website and forgot to.
I got to go
share
listen to this right now. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if
you'll know
the real
that.
time, if the real time streams reflected that, I would believe it, but they don't. So if as many people saw it, if as many people I was friends with, yeah, I just put my sunglasses on for extra effect. If you're watching the video,
the Willie P's.
Yeah, William Painters. Go check them out. I'll plug them. I'll check them out.
Can we get an endorsement?
They have a pair of sunglasses that has a bottle opener on them, which is very weird. I opted not to go that route.
Honestly,
but
maybe
maybe that's for you.
The last thing I would expect to have a bottle opener
on your sunglasses.
Bro, I had bottle openers on my flip flops.
You had the reefs.
Bro, I had the reefs with the
never
bottle
mind.
openers.
That's even weirder.
And they had the reefs where there's a flask and you can fill it with alcoholic
I'm
beverages.
so confused. In a flop?
In a flip
In a
flop.
flop, bro.
They're like Air Max
They're
flip
like
flops.
yeah,
bro.
Air Max flops. They are sick.
Did it like come out? Or was it you had to take off the shoe?
So like you know how Air Maxes have the bubble?
Yeah.
Literally, there's just like a little screw thing on the side, and you just fill that bubble up with juice.
So you
bro.
would have to
drink it out
literally
of your
drink
shoe.
from your shoe.
Like
Yes.
drinking out of a boot.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Now that's the downside. But
Bro, what do you mean?
if you ever
I can't believe somebody made
You
that.
can open whatever you're drinking, and then you can put it in your shoe.
okay,
And then you can drink it
Does
wherever.
it sound like a good idea?
it
when
sounds dumb until you got your reefs on. You're in the desert. All right, you haven't been drinking for 6 days.
Hunter, you know this isn't what they had in mind.
and then you realize that you have water
a secret reserve.
in your flop flask. Okay,
it's a flask. It only
flask.
holds like a couple of ounces.
but it keeps you to the end until you reach civilization.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'll buy. I mean, I'm not going to buy the
I'm
shoes.
not
but
faulting
I'll-
you for buying the shoe. I
Yeah.
just can't believe someone made
It exists.
Did I
Yeah.
use the flask? Not one time. But did I like the idea?
I think it makes more sense on sunglasses, honestly.
Well,
a
yeah.
flask on sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
just
no,
kinda
no.
dangling.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Like
the
an
bottle
IV bag.
opener. It makes more sense to
Yes.
open a bottle from sunglasses than it does. Anyway, the thing with William Painter is that if you ever break, this isn't an ad, by the way, but it would be tight if they did
Not a
sponsor us one
sponsor.
day. The thing with William Painter is you can break them if they're kind of indestructible and you can like stomp on them and stuff. That's what kind of sold me on them. I saw a video where they stomped a pair of Ray-Bans just to smithereens.
That dude
and then
with
they
the long
stomped.
blonde hair.
Yeah.
Have you
And-
seen the Sasquatch soap commercials too?
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. So that's kind of what sold me on them is like if I ever break them, they will replace them, no questions asked.
That's great.
But they won't replace them if you lose them.
Let's run over them with a vehicle.
Yeah. Well, I
Then
don't
you
really
gotta
want to go
wait.
through that process, but if they
True.
ever do break,
You'd rather just keep your sunglasses.
exactly.
Not to
Also-
further the William Painters, but how much could you get a pair for these days?
Well, this really does sound like an ad, but now that after I
what
say
a convenient question to ask.
After I
say, Coleman, how much will a pair of Willie P's cost me?
After I say what I'm about to say, they're never going to sponsor us. So just letting you guys know we can never go back from this.
But this is why we don't have sponsors, so we can talk crap about
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
fully funded Lit P.
They are, I think new. They're like 130, maybe.
Oh, Molly.
Okay. So okay, but here's the deal.
I mean,
so I've been eyeing them. I'd followed them on Instagram for a while, and I was waiting for a sale, but for something happened, and I had enough money to like get them. But I was like, I'm gonna search and see if I can find a coupon code for these bad boys, because some smaller companies.
I thought they sent you an email because you told me and I tested it.
They did. But here's what you went to. This is what you reminded me. You go to the website and they had a little spinny wheel.
Yeah.
And you put your email in and you spun the wheel. If you put your email in, they'd let you spin the wheel, and it had a bunch of different percentages off you could get and stuff. I only got like 20% off or something.
Right.
Not terrible.
And so I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. But I Googled a coupon code. And some of these smaller companies that forget to take the coupon code off after they've done like a sale, and they forget to make it like invalid or whatever.
Yeah.
So I searched coupon code and I found this one for 60% off. Okay. 60.
No way.
I swear. And I was like, there's no way this is going to work. I type in the code. It's valid.
Wait, so you got 60 and 20, or you just used the 60?
No, I just used the 60. You couldn't use both. I tried, but you couldn't. So I got 60% off. So I got them like,
off.
I got them, if they were 130, what is that? Like $70? I got them for like $70, $60, something like that.
Nice.
And so I was stoked. And then I tried to like put it up. My brother was like, whoa, you got there for $60? He was like, I want some. And I was like, here, try this code. It didn't work anymore. They learned their lesson and they took the code down.
Because you did it.
Because I did it.
You exposed the code.
I did it.
So if you would like 60% off on some Willie P's, go to williep.com/litp.
We just spent 5 minutes talking about a company that doesn't even sponsor us. But they are, they're cool. They're just your typical Wayfarer
What
style.
more sells me is that no matter what, if they break, you get them replaced.
Yep. I don't have to worry about them if I have them in my back. I can't talk. My back pocket. And I sit on it. First off, they're not going to break, but if they did, new pair.
Send them babies in.
New pair.
Yeah.
I will say, don't put. I guess this goes for any glasses or sunglasses, but the lenses do scratch if you put them on their
concrete
on their face and just kind of, I don't know.
Or if you give them to your toddler.
Yeah, that's true. They'll eat them.
Yeah.
So, that's what happened with these. Literally, my daughter hid these for like months.
Yeah, Coleman accused me one day of stealing his sunglasses. I
asked him if they were in his truck, and he said no, and that was where it ended.
No, he said, "Are you sure?" Because last time I checked, I saw you post a picture with them on Instagram.
Last time I checked, you were a dirty liar and a thief. So give me my sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, ended up one day I was just watching TV and I looked down on the ground. And my daughter will do that. She's a toddler. She takes stuff and puts it somewhere. And
she'll just toddle.
Yeah, she just takes stuff. And I have a theory that she put it in the subwoofer of my sound bar for my TV. And then I looked down one day and she had gotten it back out. And it was they were just sitting on the ground. And I'd looked for them for months. And I literally almost shed a tear. I was so happy.
Let's unravel the theory, though, because it goes deeper. This subwoofer can only be accessed by Ada because of her small hands.
Her small hands, yeah.
Nobody else can get in the subwoofer.
But I also would have never looked in there.
Yeah.
Like, why would I have ever thought to look in the subwoofer for my sunglasses?
I might have left them in the subwoofer.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't happen. So the reason I think that they were in there was because I looked down when I was watching Netflix one day, and they were just sitting there in front of the subwoofer, and I was like, oh, Ada, you did this. You're grounded, even though you're a toddler.
Spanking now.
Yep. Whack.
Speaking of things that were in strange places, here's a funny story for you. So I went to help my brother because my brother has a front yard that is like literally, like, there's crawfish in his yard. That's how swampy his yard is.
Nice.
And so, in his smart thinking, he parked a vehicle that he had been working on in the yard so that when he finally got it running, he couldn't get it out of the yard because it got stuck.
Nice.
So, I had to go help him pull his Tahoe out of the yard. And my brother is not a very... I would use the term responsible, but that's not necessarily accurate.
Okay.
But he loses everything, and he forgets everything. So, I pull up. Here's another thing. He doesn't really like plan anything either. So I pull up, and he has the tow strap and everything laid out for like me to back up. So I'm like, what's going on? Normally, like I have to go wake him up. We have to find everything. So I'm like, hey, maybe he's changed his ways. Maybe he's become a planner. Well, so I'm sitting out there, and about 30 seconds later, Garrett comes out with a bag of contents that I don't know at the time. He stands, he just kind of stares at me. He pours the bag into a bowl, and a cat comes running out. So he's feeding his cat, and he's just kind of looking at me, feeding his cat.
Okay.
And so I roll the window down casually as any...
Okay, I was
Man
wondering
would.
why there was this like silence.
Yeah.
But you were in your vehicle.
You were in the
Yes,
vehicle. Got it.
yes.
Yeah.
I thought y'all were just like, and he was just
right here, like
just staring you down.
Feed my cat.
It wasn't the moment in Step Brothers where they're just staring at each other in the front yard. No.
Okay.
So I roll the window down. I was like,
And you
Nighthawk.
didn't. He also didn't bury you alive.
no.
Okay, that's good.
I said, are we going to like pull this out? Or he's like, yeah, I just had to feed this cat. He has a name for it. I can't remember. It was dumb. So then I pull up.
Nighthawk.
And he's like, oh, I just got to find my key. So I'm like, okay, he's got to find his key. Well, he proceeds to start looking in the yard.
Oh.
And so I'm like,
Why would it be there?
well, yeah. I was like, is this the first place you're looking? Is there a possibility that it could be here? Well, yeah. I mean, last night, like, I can't even remember what I did with it. So, like, he's, like, looking in the swampy yard, like, under this trailer, all in his truck. This truck that he's working on, the seat looks like it has been just devoured by a dinosaur or something. Like, it's caved in.
Oh, yeah.
All this kind. So I'm like, your seat probably ate your key. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's looking. I'm doing extra work to clean off the path that we're going to pull this out. So I had to get a trailer, hook it up, pull the trailer out of the way, all this kind of stuff. When I finally get done, he's like, oh, I found it. Guess where the key was?
On
In
the
the
key
seat.
ring.
Not in the seat, not on a key ring, in the bathtub.
Of his house.
Was there
Of his
water
house.
in the bathtub?
No.
Dry
Had him in
tub.
sight.
So at this point, I don't even want to know how you
Was
started
there anyone
looking-
else in the tub?
No.
Okay.
How you started looking in the yard and then ended up finding the key in the bathtub, but the key was found, and
That is classic.
we pulled it out successfully. It was an A1 project, and
That's amazing.
I think we did good. I think the team worked well. Everybody did solid. We're just gonna have to come and revisit it next time for the amount of time that it took to execute a more perfect game.
Nice.
So-
I've got a question. Okay. We're hoping that I'm not hoping. I'm hoping that this airs when, we're not quarantined anymore. But since right now we're still quarantined, what have you guys been doing besides working? Obviously, Hunter, like I've been working, like obviously my job as a social media person just got a lot, more involved. But besides that, like, what are y'all doing every day? Like, I guess I kind of want to know just so that I don't feel bad about myself. I'm trying to be productive. I'm trying really hard.
What is that bug that's crawling on that piece of wood? It looks like a...
It's a gondola.
That looks like a roach.
No, it looks skinnier than a roach. Look, it looks more...
Like a cricket.
Yeah, it is a cricket.
Oh,
You're right. Sorry, guys.
yeah, no worries.
Winner of that contest. My day normally looks like I kind of wake up. Now, normally, this is what's kind of weird, and I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to shake back from this, but like I would always wake up at like 6:30 the latest. The latest 6:30. Not saying that that's early,
Yeah.
but that's just when I woke up. Now,
Pretty early.
like this morning, I woke up at like 7:15, and like I still could have just laid my head back down and like slept.
What time
hour.
what time does Andy Kate get up?
She normally would get up like around 7. I'd get up at 6:30.
She gets at 7. What time does she go to bed?
Normally 7:30 or 8.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, so like I could have still like got another hour of sleep today, but I didn't because my wife made me get up. So
wow, Lindsay, come on, girl.
Then I'll mosey my way into the living room, and here's another thing: is I feel like I'm a kid again because you spend so much time in your house that you get like the goods, like Star Crunch, all the Debbies. I don't have all the Debbies, but I know I have Star Crunch and oatmeal cream pies.
Oh yeah,
Big Deborah, Big Deb, back on the top.
Somebody
Little
commented
Deb.
that on one of
Little
our. You
Deb.
did, Big Deb.
That was
Old
my
Big
favorite part of
Deb.
that whole podcast.
So, I have all these good. Like last night, I went to the store and I got like the little cinnamon rolls.
Oh,
that
yeah.
they
Pecan
bake.
spin wheels.
No.
Not pecan spin
You're
wheels?
talking about just like
The ones that like
the bakery ones.
Yeah, the bakery ones.
Not Little Debbie's.
The little one.
No.
No, just those little. You
Yes.
know.
Okay.
I got
gotcha.
those. I got the pancake dogs, like pancake and sausage dogs
on a
They're-
stick.
Oh
That's
yes.
amazing. Yeah.
God, I
the
want
best.
that right now. I want it so bad.
So I have all these breakfast items that like I wake up and I'm like, I got Mary B's biscuits. I can get a pancake and sausage dog. I can make a bowl of cereal. I can just eat
You
a
got
Star Crunch
options.
if I
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, you got
and that's
options.
great. So I'll eat my choice and then I'll go take a shower. And then I'll come back out and I'll start working diligently. Now, for me, I have
Yeah. You have
like if I'm
deadlines.
not done, like, okay, it's a big file. So when I'm doing the service is anywhere from 45 minutes to 55 minutes long. So when I'm done, first of all, I have to edit 55 minutes of video.
Right.
And what that looks like is I have to line all the angles up, and then I have to go through while the whole video plays and cut out different angles and add in new angles. So like there's no short way to complete
Right.
this task.
Yeah.
So I just have to just start working. Like one day I woke up, I started at 8 and I ended at, I took maybe like 2 or 3 1-hour breaks to eat lunch and just to.
So you're recording every angle and then you're editing post.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just going to pause you here because I think it's interesting. So the way that we were doing that differently, which we recorded like 4 services on like a Wednesday and a Sunday morning a few weeks ago. It's when we recorded Easter and Palm Sunday and stuff. And we still are using cameramen.
Mm-hmm.
We still used cameramen to record the video to where obviously we don't edit the video in post. We still mix the audio and everything, but we don't have to. They're recording it as if it's live, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's still like two to I can't remember if we had 2. We might have gone to 2 angles or 3 angles for just sake of not having that many people there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So
Yes.
you edit that whole deal.
Yep. And luckily I just found out last week there is like a switcher mode to where when you line them all up, you can condense it into one file, and as it plays, you can just click like you're switching.
I always wondered about that. I've
Saves
never.
so much time.
Is that like a plug-in? That might
it
not be the right
comes-
word.
Comes with Premiere.
Okay.
I
okay.
use Premiere. I don't
So
know.
you
if it
just
comes-
I've always wondered because when I was doing drum covers back in the day, and people started doing multiple angles, I was wondering how I would edit those quickly, because it seems like if you didn't do it that way and you just tried to find the right, because also you're matching up audio to it, so it just seems like it would take so long unless you could do something like you're saying, like line them all up and then just cut out what you want. I don't know. So that's
now-
interesting. That's good to know.
Now the most painstaking thing is lining them all up, which I actually finished today. So as soon as we're done recording, I'm gonna go and do all the switching. So deadlines. I have deadlines, and like the worst day was I started at 8 o'clock in the morning and finished at 10 o'clock at night, and it just
Yikes.
It sucked.
Wow. Yeah, that's
sucked
crazy.
majorly. Now I did that to free up the Saturday that we were supposed to do something, but I also wanted to free it up so I could do something with Lindsay and
Yeah, sure.
them. So I'm working a lot more, and for me, mainly because I have deadlines. I feel like I might be procrastinating if I didn't have deadlines.
Right.
But it's harder for me to stop and say, okay, technically I would be off the clock now, so I need to put this down. Because it's just so easy. It's on my laptop. My laptop's with me, so I could just be like, well, if I spend like 4 more hours, I could have this done by tonight. And then 4 more hours later, when it's like 10 o'clock, I'm like, I still need stuff to get done, but I'm so freaking tired. And
Yeah.
so that's pretty much how that goes. But
so on like your worst day, if you want to call it your worst day, you're working like all day long editing.
yes.
And then on like the days where you're not doing that, you're just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that would be Monday and Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday are my most free days because I haven't recorded anything yet. We normally record on Wednesday and Thursday. And so Monday and Tuesday, I just kind of nonchalantly check all the Facebook stuff, make sure it's all up to date if I have a video to push out or anything like that. And then that's normally when Lindsay asks me to do something like build a flower bed or
Tight. Yeah.
so that's good. And
Yeah.
the dinners have been off the chisane.
Okay. What you been having?
Bro, chicken and rice.
Send me those recipes.
We made the
though.
little, so what we did is I went in our Life Fruit page and I was like, hey, everybody send me your favorite recipe. And this one girl sent me like roast and like so good. You just put like a whole stick of butter on this roast and some au jus mix and some pepperoncini peppers.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite.
And you put something, a ranch packet. That's it.
How come
put it in
the
there
crock pot?
Yeah, and turn it on go. And boy, when it comes out, it tastes like heaven's nectar
Oh wow,
touching your tongue.
nice.
Dude, we've been eating good as well, which is weird.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
completely honest. We started out really
Strong.
good, and we've had Red Baron pizza for the last 2 nights.
Nice.
They
I mean,
were 3.
you can't go wrong with it though.
But here's the thing, though, is like,
I'm a DiGiorno man myself.
well,
no. Frischetta.
DiGiorno with the stuffed crust is so good,
Frischetta.
but they're also like $7.
Okay.
And like, if I'm gonna get pizza for $7, I'm just gonna go out somewhere and get pizza.
Yeah.
That Red Baron was 3 for $10 when I went to the store, so I just hooked that up.
Absolutely.
That was just like, oh, easy meals. So like, obviously Molly's pregnant. We haven't said that on the pod yet, by the
Yeah.
way. Molly's pregnant, so that's
Don't
If
worry.
you didn't
Everybody
know-
on Facebook saw.
yeah,
My
exactly,
wife-
and shared.
My
You're
wife
sure?
Lindsay is pregnant too, and
Yeah.
we found out that it's going to be a boy.
Heck yeah, dude.
No more
Wow.
You
girls.
pumped? You pumped?
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, the other day when I texted you, I'm praying for a boy. I didn't mean that I'm praying
Against
for
a
you.
girl.
Well, no. Well, also, yeah,
Uh-oh.
also that's just a given. I
God,
hate
please
when
don't
people
let it be a girl.
when it comes to
Please.
kids. I hate when people back you into a corner like that. When you say like, either they're looking for like they say like, what do you want, like a girl or a boy, and then you feel obligated to go into this spiel about like, obviously, I don't care what it is, like as long as it's healthy. Like you feel obligated to say that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, sure, I want to have a little boy. And I don't want to feel guilty for saying that. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be disappointed with a girl. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna love a girl less. I feel like, I don't know, there's too much pressure there. I would like a boy. We have a girl and we love her so much. We just want a boy. Or I do. Molly doesn't really have a
Yeah,
preference
don't speak
right
for
now.
her.
Yeah, I'm not.
But here's the 2 things that bother me. Well, first, I don't like. Lindsay kept saying like you know you're sure it's gonna be a boy, but what happens when it's a girl, Hunter? And I'm like, then it's a girl.
Yeah, then it's a
Like,
girl. Yeah.
It really doesn't like you see those posts where like they figure out it's what they didn't want and they're just like pissed. Like,
Yeah,
you can tell.
yeah.
Gosh.
Like,
I
for
mostly
me-
see like the younger, the already existing children be like,
Right.
I'm going to have a brother. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
right.
no."
Right.
Well, no, it's a funny story about that. So in our live video, Andy Kate like hadn't had a nap all day. She had like a mouthful of pretzels. I was like, "What do you think about having a baby brother?" And she goes, "Yeah." And like she's like doing something else. I'm like, wow, I'm glad
we thought
you care.
when we were watching it, we thought that she had expressed previously that she would hate to have a brother or something like that because y'all were like poking the bear, like wanting a reaction out of her, and like she was just like, walked away.
She was solid.
I'll live with it.
She was unwavering. We were like, "What's in Mama's belly?" A Bubba. Like it never changed from. Like she was more sure than us for sure.
Yeah,
but then the other thing that makes me mad is when, like, for instance, I posted that video, simple post. I should have added more content like, hey, this is quarantine, gender reveal, like, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, all that kind of, but I just didn't feel like it. I just wanted to get it over with and be done with it. That sounds terrible. But so I put boy or girl, cast your vote. That's all it said. Simple.
Nice.
And then you have the people. If I mean, I'm sorry if this person's seeing this and they comment. I don't even remember who commented what, but I hate when people say, "I would just like a healthy baby."
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's what I'm
understood.
saying. Yeah,
like,
sure.
That was the first prayer, but now
yes, exactly. Yeah, as if you don't like if you'd rather have like a, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, there's that deal, and we're pregnant. Do you have a problem with people saying we're pregnant?
I say we are married, so we are one, so
yeah.
we are pregnant.
I say it, and I don't intentionally do that. I just do.
Now,
anyway,
I get some pushback from the wife. She's like, "You don't know what it's like to be pregnant."
Right,
I was
exactly.
like, "I don't care what you think. I'm pregnant too."
But like, we're a team, you know. We're like, you couldn't have done this without me. No,
exactly.
You couldn't have. Anyway,
We're not
gonna
some
get
major
there. We're not
hate.
going to go there. But yeah, it's true. It's true.
Science has opened up a lot of possibilities, Coleman.
But since she's where I was going with that, since
Cloning.
she's pregnant, like this pregnancy's been really weird as far as her like symptoms. She's like been like super weak and all like some days she can like barely like do anything without feeling like she's gonna like pass out. So like dinners sometimes are just gonna have to be Red Baron frozen pizza.
I get that completely.
Like last night we were watching Caleb prepare this masterpiece of spaghetti and meatballs. Did you see that, Hunter?
No. Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
we watched that whole thing and we literally got to the end and we both messaged and we're like, you guys make me sick. We're eating Red Baron frozen pizza for dinner. But he's like preparing this delicious entree of
I'm going to try to make it this
homemade
week.
spaghetti and meatballs. It was just crazy. But so
Shout out to Caleb Harkins. Okay,
Yeah.
if you don't know anything, go to our Instagram or just search it because I don't know his name and find a guy named Caleb Harkins.
Yeah, it's Caleb is his
Yeah, it's Caleb is his gamer
Instagram
tag.
handle.
But if you're not going to share Coleman's music page,
Yeah,
then
don't
don't
even
you
bother.
dare start with the spaghetti.
Watch, his spaghetti videos are gonna go viral.
Right.
And,
Well,
yeah.
like, and the reason I'd like to say that I played a part in him even doing these videos. He did a video where he walked through doing a homemade bread.
Wait, before, did you message him on the bread video?
What do you mean? Message him.
Did you say like as I'm on the bread video? I said we need more of this content.
Oh, dude. I told him, I was like, I don't care what you do. Just get on the gram and do whatever.
Yeah.
Because I had posted, what did I post that I nominated him? Oh, it was the drum video.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I nominated him. I can't talk. I nominated him and I said, I don't care what you do. You can do a cooking video because honestly, that's what I wanted. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
bro, teach me how to cook. And because he's amazing. And so now he's posting them left and right.
Yeah.
So
Like
you're
the-
welcome, world.
The sketty vid is sick.
It's off the charts. I gotta make the bread too. But anyway, yeah, you were saying y'all been eating good.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I live with my parents, so I don't have
Right.
to think about it.
Right,
I just
they
eat
just-
whatever
you just
lands
show
in
up
front of
and
me.
feast.
Yeah.
Last night we had like a tuna steak with
Is
Yeah.
it tuna
Like
or
a slab,
steak?
like a slab of
It's
tuna.
a
Slab
tuna
of
steak.
tuna.
Yeah. Yes. So we're not talking like canned chicken of the sea here. We're talking like
Right. We're not talking about albacore chunky light. We're talking about
it's just a big piece of fish.
right.
But so we had tuna and like some like freaking carrot mash, which I'm not a fan of. Mush, no thanks. But then we had
was it sweet or is it just
not sweet enough.
Y'all
It's
ever
like
been-
slightly
So
sweet.
like mashed potatoes, but carrots.
Yeah, but obviously it didn't like have.
What is
the
wrong with those
consistency.
people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all ever been to Bistro Byron's?
Yes.
So they have
Solid.
something called carrot souffle.
Okay.
And normally I would have never, ever been down with something like that. But Molly's family, like,
It's amazing.
it's so good.
I've never had
It
it.
tastes like
Pumpkin
it's a
pie.
dessert. We literally get it for dessert.
Yeah. Let me tell you about
But
my
it's a side. It's so good. You gotta
childhood
get it.
Carrot souffle. Like, I didn't even know other people made it. I thought my family, like, invented it. Because for as long as I've been alive.
Maybe they did because
Like
I can't
every-
find recipes for
Yeah.
it.
Well, I'll give you one.
Give me one,
But, like,
bro.
every Thanksgiving, like, we always have carrot souffle. And then when I was in, like, the 3rd and 4th grade, I was in, like, 4-H or whatever.
Yeah.
And for the first half, 3/4 of my life, I was pretty... My whole plan was to, like, go to culinary school and I wanted to own a restaurant.
F yeah, dude.
And so I did, like, the
Chef
cook-off.
mash.
Yeah, I did the cook-off in 4-H.
oh yeah,
And the carrot
Did you win?
souffle won.
No way,
Like, at
bro.
the whatever level. And then I went
State,
on...
of
yeah,
course.
And then I went on to, like...
Nationals, and you got
Dude,
regional.
you've got to
I
give
don't
me
know.
the recipe.
It's really good. It's like fluffy because it doesn't taste like it's like eating
a
a,
sweet
piece
treat.
of pumpkin raw
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then that turns into pumpkin pie, which is
Right.
not like raw pumpkin.
Yeah. Like pumpkin doesn't taste like pumpkin pie.
No, the carrots are just a vehicle for the brown sugar.
Like have you
and
ever had like
cinnamon.
exactly. Like if you've had a sweet potato like casserole, not casserole, but like
with
sweet
the,
potato
with the marshmallows on
Yeah,
top.
it's
Yeah,
kind of like
some
that.
candied pecans.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like if you ate a
raw
chunk out of a sweet
tater.
potato. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's good.
Also
It's-
souffle, just
did you
Sounds
make them in the
good.
little ramekins?
no, we made like a whole
A whole big batch
Dish
I
of
gotcha.
it.
I need the
Powdered it,
recipe bad.
powdered sugar.
Oh yeah, I need the recipe.
Nice.
I need the recipe really bad.
All right.
What about
Um,
have y'all? You haven't cooked anything, have you, Mash?
What do you mean?
Like, have you attempted to create something in this time of Corona?
As far as food,
Corona time.
Create something?
Like, for
have-
instance, I had this idea. I bought beignet mix.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna make beignets in the air fryer. It's called
How'd that
Big
go?
Bomb.
total
They're
bomb.
flat. Look, when everybody's like,
Just like my forehead.
I breaded chicken strips and put them in the air fryer, and they came out perfect. Like when I breaded chicken strips,
Yeah.
you know, you put the flour's white, but when you put it in oil, it turns brown, gives the breading that's on the
Right.
chicken strips. No, it came out just as white as I put it in.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Well,
the
see,
chicken was like dry, and it had this white powdery crust on
sounds
it.
terrible.
Yeah, no,
So-
yeah. People, I don't understand the people that kind of make air fryers a replacement to frying, like your just normal
Yes.
deep frying.
Now,
it's not the same.
French fries, chicken nuggets, all these things that are pre-fried.
Right.
Oh, it's dead on.
It is so good. That's what I love the air fryer for is like frozen tater tots.
Oh,
it takes them
we've
to
heard.
like
Yes.
We've
it
heard
takes
the
them to
stories.
another level. But you can't put uncooked mozzarella sticks in the air fryer and expect them to be good.
Yeah.
You can't.
We had pork chops out of the air fryer.
Oh, I'm sure that was fire.
It was the best pork chop I've ever had.
Now-
I'm sure that was fire.
Another thing too is now some people prefer a little bit of breading on them, but like to just get chicken wings, like just frozen chicken wings, and throw those bad boys in the air fryer without touching them. They cook, like
And they're frozen.
well, sorry, not frozen. I actually you can buy frozen chicken wings.
Right.
I haven't tried frozen yet, but I just get the full wing, and I
Sure.
cut it like you're supposed to, and all that kind of stuff. And just to put those things in there, they have this perfect like layer of crisp
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
And then just slather those things in some barbecue
watched-
sauce.
yeah.
And dip it in some ranch
barbecue.
dressing.
Nice.
I watched a video on it. It's basically like it's not a mini fryer. It's better explained like a mini oven.
Yeah.
Like it's a convection oven, but it's just really small.
Okay, that makes
And
more sense.
it's not that's see when
It's
I
more
heard that it was like,
potent, I
oh,
guess.
that makes more sense than it being like
like, why are you calling it a fryer?
Right, exactly. It
What
doesn't
is-
make as much sense. It's like a little it cooks faster it cooks like a fryer because it's faster because
it's more
smaller.
intense, I guess.
Like it's like an oven, but it very small, and so the heat is more intense, like you said. So it cooks things faster, like a fryer would.
Yeah.
Like it takes longer to fry, or it takes longer to cook chicken in the oven than it does in a fryer.
Since we're talking about revolutionary cooking methods,
A fork?
forks have changed my
Spork.
life
Spork.
during quarantine. No, if you gentlemen have never had a sous vide steak,
Oh, is that how you
Then-
say that?
yeah,
I thought it was Saus Vide.
no, no,
Tight.
it's French. It's a French. A French
I've never
term.
had that.
Sous vide. It is spelled SOUSVIDE.
No,
Saus
I've heard
vide.
of it. I've never had one.
Isn't that where you like put it in water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
water
Water?
cooks
So
it, but
the
within like a
sous
plastic
vide-
bag almost, right?
Yes, it's vacuum sealed and then cooked in a water bath.
Right.
And
But
nowadays,
really low temp, right?
it can be. Well, that's the thing that's the whole purpose is that. So, you need a vacuum sealer and you have a circulator, which is just a mechanism. It's like just a bit long cylindrical thing that clamps onto the side of like a pot or a container of water.
Just moving the water.
And it's like super slick. I got my parents one for Christmas. Not gonna lie,
Nice.
I just wanted like
Nice.
but it was a good gift
Pro
at the same
move.
time.
So you got it for yourself.
everybody won.
Nice.
Everybody wins, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the thing, there's like a little interface, and you could do it with your phone, but like that's just extra.
I got
Yeah,
Lindsay
sure.
a guitar for Christmas.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Well, so anyway, you it's just like my kettle that will hold a temperature. Like you pick whatever temperature you want, beep, and it brings it up to temperature and keeps the water circulating and keeps it at that exact temperature. You can set a
Whole
timer
time.
on it or
Yeah.
whatever.
So you're
So-
not using the stove to heat.
You're
it.
using
Right.
this one device for everything to circulate and heat the water.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you could essentially Saus Vide on the porch.
Yeah. Anywhere you got an electrical outlet, you just got to be able to plug this thing in.
Nice.
So the thing here
Nice.
is it
Nice.
seals, it completely like seals in all the moisture and juices and flavors in the steak because it's got nowhere to get. It doesn't escape out anywhere.
The only thing I've ever wondered about that, and you can speak to it
I
because
will.
you have experience.
I know what
is-
you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say is that a lot of the taste that I like about I'm not a
You
huge
you
I'll
would
say this.
never pull a steak out of that bag and eat it like that. It's not
Oh,
done.
you okay.
You finish it
You-
in the pan or on the grill.
Gotcha.
However,
Gotcha.
whatever your preferred method of getting that sear is,
So a
You do
smoking
that.
hot skillet,
Smoking
cast
hot.
iron.
Sear it on each side.
this is the best. This is the best method. Now, I've learned this lesson. You gotta be careful. If you got a thinner cut of steak,
You overcook that bad.
it is so easy to overcook it in the pan. Because the sous vide, it is literally impossible to overcook. Like if you want a steak medium rare, you set your thing to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. You can leave it in there for 4 hours. It's never gonna get over 130
Wow.
degrees.
Yeah.
It's gonna be medium rare no matter how
Wow.
long. Yeah. So
That's,
you pull it out,
That's an interesting way of saying
cut the
that,
bag.
Mash.
Yeah, cut the bag. Little oil in the pan,
Roaring hot.
ripping hot. Yeah. Throw it in there. I mean, depending on the
no. It means it's not hot. That's
yeah, you
hot.
want
Okay, yeah.
you want it spraying oil
you want it
out
like
of the
yeah.
yeah, the
Start
poppers.
popping.
Yeah, the poppers.
Yeah, and if you're like me, that puppy is covered in like black pepper.
Oh yeah.
My salt, pepper, garlic powder.
oh yeah.
That's it.
Sick.
Way to go. You don't
Beautiful.
put butter in the pan though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say you got a nice meaty fillet. Okay.
Yeah. That's the best.
You pulled it out. If it's a good thick fillet, you can do a whole minute on both sides.
oh yeah.
A minute on that side, flip it a minute. Okay. Now at the end of that minute, throw your tablespoon of butter in the pan, tilt that pan back, baste that
it,
bad boy.
yeah.
If
Got
you're
your
feeling
rosemary
frisky,
in there.
throw a rosemary and a
Yeah.
clove of garlic
Yeah.
in, baste it, flip it again,
Seen it
baste
all
it.
before,
Make
sir.
sure you grab your tongs, pick up the steak, get the sides of the steak seared off too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's nothing to beat
Nothing
it.
like it. I see, and I'm not even a steak guy, and that just sounds great to me.
Yeah.
I'm a big
great.
steak fan. Big fan.
I
So
love steak in all
you're a bloody
forms.
guy. You like it, You said
Still-
medium rare.
still
That's what
mooing.
you like it?
Medium rare is like a maximum.
Okay. You like it super rare.
Yeah, it's
Like I said, you like it to move.
Do you like a cool center?
son, I will. Yeah, I'm not opposed.
Wow. See,
Wow.
that grosses me out.
Now, here's the crazy thing. My dad eats a steak literally raw.
He
you
doesn't
say
cook it at all.
literally,
Literally raw.
as in he does
has
not.
touched a pan.
You're lying.
Oh,
I
my
am not
gosh.
lying. We go to Outback. This is the classic. Me and Jordan have actually joked about. Jordan said he was going to get my dad a shirt for Christmas that says "Season it, put it on the plate," because that's his like catchphrase. Because we go to, it never fails. Like, how'd your your steak cooked? His first response is not at all, and their next response
They
is
assume
savage
it's
move.
rare.
next response is inevitably so rare, and he says no. Season it, put it on the plate. That's always the next response. And they say, so you want it like blue? And he's like, if the steak touches the stove, the grill,
That's a no.
I will send it back.
Straight up. If it's salad comes on top, I send it back.
Yeah, the gabagool. So, but literally, now, when I was in high school,
So you're telling me at a restaurant they will bring you a steak with seasoning?
Yeah, it has
with-
really mixed responses. It also depends. Like sometimes they'll be like, "All right, not a problem." Other times they're like, "I can't do that." And he's always
this
like,
is the first I'm hearing.
he's like, "You can do that. I've had it here many times." But he's gotten to where he doesn't really. It depends on the situation. He might like argue.
So
with
will
them.
he eat it if they cook it at all?
Yeah. Well,
He just
like,
doesn't like it that way.
It's not his preferred. It's not his preferred method. No.
He would
Season it, put it on the
he-
plate.
takes the package home from the store, opens it, puts salt and pepper on it, whatever, and eats it.
Yeah. Tony.
That's so wild.
When I was in
crazy.
high school, this
There
is
needs to be a documentary about it.
random like phase in my life.
My weird addiction.
My senior year of high school, Jared Lancaster,
Jason Lancaster?
not Jason,
His brother.
the somewhat lesser known Jared Lancaster. He was a friend. He was a guy. He's like the guy that we're like somewhat, by no means enemies, but not like
Friends.
super close friends or anything.
So would you say it's more on the enemies or more
No.
indifferent?
No, slightly less than indifferent.
Towards enemies. or
Towards
no,
towards
no, no, no,
friends?
no, no, no. It's towards friends.
Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, we'd all been in school together since like the third grade, so we knew each other. We just weren't like in the same circle necessarily. But senior year, his senior project was all about like fitness, and this dude got enormous our senior year of high school.
Wow.
Like, it was insane. So me and Lorenzo, my friend, like we just randomly we started going to the gym with Jared, and like we like it was the most unlikely of
Y'all became
circum-
friends.
Yeah, so this is relevant because the four of us went to Outback because we were like, we go to the gym, we get our protein. It was just like
Carb load, bro.
Me,
Nice.
my dad, and Jared and Lorenzo went to Outback, and we were all gonna eat like a raw steak because like we're men or something.
Dear Lord.
So I think that was the one. I may have done it a couple other times where I actually ordered it raw as well and ate the whole thing. And
Wow.
here's the crazy thing about it. It's not bloody in any way.
It's dry.
It doesn't start to like emit like moisture and juices until you start like cooking it. So
Yeah.
like a raw steak, there's no blood,
Right.
and it is
And also, when you say you want it bloody, that's not actual blood.
It's not
That's-
blood.
Yeah. That's a misconception.
yeah. So
Like
there's
the
never
pool
of
of juice on the plate that's red is not blood.
there's never been a steak more tender than a steak that has not been cooked at all. Let me tell you.
So what does it taste
Is it
like?
cold?
yeah, it's cold.
Or is it like room temperature cold? Like not
Maybe
hot?
not like
They had
freezing.
it in the fridge, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't like frozen. It's room temperature, I guess. Not. It's
okay,
lower
is
than
it-
room temperature.
is
It's
it-
chilled.
Okay, so I got it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So taste wise, okay, you get a lot of flavor from that searing. Okay, so is it just like?
it's pure.
Does it taste like steak?
It tastes like the seasoning that's on it, and just like pure beef, pure unadulterated beef flavor.
But I've never
That's
experienced
so
pure
wild.
unadulterated beef.
Dude,
so
it's
like,
not bad. Especially if you're a person who can do sushi. It's not a huge leap.
I think we need to have an episode where we all try a raw steak.
All right, well, I guess.
Let's go.
I really think it'd be. I would try. I don't know if I
would
could finish
try
a
it.
steak.
We can hook it up.
I
Yeah.
would try it.
It needs to be a good cut of meat from like Bougie Brookshire's.
Okay.
All the way a line.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a drive from here. It's like 45 minutes.